give it a go, but
Don't look at the camera, look at me. Shake it up, shake it up. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Lighten Up, where we have honest conversations with real people when we explore the similarities and all of the differences that make us absolutely human. My name is Katey, and I am a guardian health type, and I am very excited that I am joined here today by another guardian, Josh, the guardian, who is here to chat with me today. Hello, Josh. How are you doing?
hello, Katie. I'm amazing.
Oh, it's so nice to see you. We actually just met in person after following each other on social media for 18 months or a year or so, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we just both happened to be in Brisbane, Australia, and he's from New Zealand, I'm from Canada. So the fact that we got to rendezvous in Australia was quite an international event. We got to meet each other face to face, and how cool was that?
Oh, that was amazing. I can't believe the stars aligned, the universe. It was meant to be. It was incredible. Hi, everyone. My name is Josh. I'm a guardian from New Zealand, as Katie said.
What would you say are some of the key pieces of being a guardian that you have learned about yourself that you totally resonate with?
I would have to say probably the biggest one for me would be the looking after everyone else. That is it's me to a T. That's me. Trying to, putting everybody first before myself, looking after everyone, especially with cooking. I relate a lot of things to cooking,
Mm-hmm.
which is our social, our number one priority, which is social.
Mm-hmm.
Looking after the tribe, family, friends, everything.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What would you say are the best parts about being a guardian? What do you love about being a guardian?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say food.
Like any good guardian. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love food without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
All the recipes and stuff on Shay and PH is incredible. It's exposed me to a whole new world of food, if that makes sense. And also the social aspect of it as well. Food would probably be number one for me. Probably my exercise as well would probably be a close number three as well. Looking at, comparing my workout programs to when I first started and comparing it to now, I can, lift heavier. I can go on the treadmill for longer. So yeah, those are probably my top three things for being a guardian.
Do you find, I know I've found that eating the right food is so critically important that I'm not even as tempted as I used to be to go eat poorly like I used to with, a lot of fried foods and fatty foods, and, that I'm not even tempted by that stuff anymore because I just feel so good from the inside out when I am eating my soups and stews and, and having some seafood and as many vegetables as I can. It just feels so good to eat that way that I want to keep feeling this way. I'm not even tempted by the other stuff. What's your experience been?
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. I look forward to, doing my meal prepping every week. I love cooking. So, and yeah, like you said, even when I do sort of stray off on occasion, I feel
We
crap
all do.
after. Yeah, of course. It happens. So even when I eat, whatever it is, a bad meal choice, if you want to call it that. Even when I eat that, it's, I'm not fazed by it anymore. I don't want it. It's I'm happy with my soup and, my curries and stuff that I make myself. And at least then I know, what's in them. So I'm more mindful about takeaways and sugary drinks and ugh,
Mm,
yuck.
yes. Yeah, because it just feels icky after a
Yeah,
while. When you do eat it, it's not even enjoyable anymore. 'Cause it's like, oh, I feel so
exactly.
gross.
Yeah, exactly. I
Now,
tried I tried there was a we had somebody brought a bottle of fizzy drink home the other day, and I just tried a little cup, and I was just like, I can't drink this. So I poured the rest of it out.
wow. And
I was
would
like,
old Josh have reacted the same way?
old Josh probably would have drunk the whole bottle. but, but now I'm just like, and then while I was pouring it out, I'm going, wait, I'm pouring this out. Normally I would have drunken this. Huh. Carried on pouring. I don't want this. Hell, give me just a bottle of water. I'm happy with that.
Now, if you had to talk to any one of the other health types and explain to them how to interact or socialize with a guardian, what's the best way to work with a guardian or have a relationship with a guardian, how would you explain that to them?
Best way to hang out with a guardian. I want to say food, but no, that sounds wrong. um,
Healthy food, veggie
yeah,
food, good food.
Yeah, exactly. So I suppose food could be a main one, like we did in Brisbane. That I suppose was kind of that's a good example of how we can, how other health types can come together. Well, I shouldn't say other health types because we were all guardians, but yeah, if I could use that as an example, coming together in a social setting like that, a farmers, it doesn't have to be a farmers market, cafe or restaurant or whatever, but coming together for a meal, I think would be probably the best way. I think, well, I don't know, that's from my point of view anyway, probably the best way to do it.
Mm, absolutely agree. Food is key. And sometimes it's not like food may be the driver, like, oh, we meet up and go out for lunch or brunch or something. But for me, once we're actually all together, it's not even about the food anymore. It's just about all of us being together. And
Yeah,
that makes my heart feel so good just to look around the table, see all these people that I love. And sure, like sitting there and eating food all together is awesome, but for me it's like the connectedness is just having all of these incredible people in my life and seeing them sit around the table with me. Just, it's indescribable. It just makes me feel so good.
yeah.
Feels really
Now that you mention that, yeah, like that. Now that I'm thinking back to our meetup in Brisbane, that's kind of, yeah. I can resonate so much with that. It
yeah.
almost wasn't about the food anymore. It was, we're all there. I was so glad I made it to that meetup. Oh, it was
Yes, me
amazing.
too.
But
So
yeah,
good.
it almost wasn't about the food anymore. It was, we're just talking. It just, yeah,
It was so awesome meeting
yeah.
face to face finally after 18 months
Finally, I
stalking
know.
each other online. So good. And my last question for you is,
Mhm.
how would you say, and this might be, an obvious question, but just, bear with me here, but how would you say this personalized health information and learning about yourself as a guardian, how has that benefited you?
In what ways has that, geez, that is an obvious question. What ways has that benefited me? Okay. First of all, my social life is a hell of a lot better. Oh, hell, it's 10, a million times better now. My food, I can't even stand takeaways anymore. I mean, I'll have the odd one every now and then, but now I'm more mindful of, hey, if I have that particular thing, I know now what it's going to do to my body. I know I'm going to feel like crap afterwards. If I'm allowed
Mhm.
to say that. And yeah, those are probably my two biggest ones. Oh, and exercise as well. Like everything is just one. I've done diets and stuff before in the past. I know I'm calling Shay and stuff. I'm not calling it a diet or anything, but it. I've done health programs and other stuff like this in the. Well, sorry, there is no other stuff like PH, but I've done other stuff diets and, you know, programs and stuff in the past, and they haven't worked. So, you know, when I came to pH and Shea, it's, you know, it works. You know, you just need to trust it, trust the system, and you'll get amazing results like I have.
Yeah, look at you. What a plug.
I could talk for hours about how much it's benefited me, but yeah, it works. That's it. It works.
When you think everything else has not worked,
Yeah.
and you think that this thing is just another one of those things not going to work, and when
Yeah.
you just actually give it a go, and what do you have
Exactly.
to lose? And it's like, what?
Exactly.
I can lose weight by hanging out with people that I love and don't have to worry so much about working out and fitness. What?
Yes, I love it.
Right? Oh, it's so life-changing. And Josh, I'm so grateful that you came across this information, that you started your health journey, that you had the incredible support network that you do have there in New Zealand, that were there to support you, and that you reached out on social media and put yourself out there and said, you know what, I'm doing this and I just want to share, so that in hopes that it inspires at least one other person, then it'll be worth it, because I don't want other people to feel afraid or to have any fear around it. Like, if I can, you know, help minimize that for other people by just sharing my journey, then I'm going to put myself out there and do that. And that compassion and selflessness that you have and being about everyone else is so inspiring. Thank you so much for all that you're doing and all that you continue to do, not only for yourself, but for your community and for your family and for us globally all around the world, being one of our leading guardians in the community, just really nailing it, being an absolute rock star.
Yes, I love it. Give me all the attention. I didn't say that. That's that confidence coming out there. Thank you.
And thank you to the viewers who are watching this. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Lighten Up. We hope that you have seen the lighter side of exploring life as a guardian and the whole journey of health that happens when you hop on the Shea train. Thank you, Josh, and thank you online. We will see you again next time, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.